the Cleveland Browns taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jackson looking to throw right away. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for them to escape the pocket and run.
It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Let's go. Go.
Jackson now. Pass taken in. And they caught it up. And this is picked up by the Browns. He's still on his feet. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for Browns TD. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Evan McPherson set to kickoff.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And the kick team down there quickly. They don't have to run as far as they used to. And they're able to stop him before he can even make it to the 15. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
Jackson. And his throw here is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
13.
Now it's Jackson. This ball nearly intercepted. A once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. 4th down, straight ahead. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Nifty footwork at the 45. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
To the air with McCarthy. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
So he stopped for no gain. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. You look at this Baltimore defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
A swing pass here to Edwards. And he'll get about 6 here before he is taken down rather rudely and abruptly.
Number 6 brings up 2nd and 4 at the 12-yard line.
Second down and 4. Now McCarthy. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. Now they'll change things up. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Here's McCarthy. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Well, we know he can run the ball. There he shows he has the ability to do a little bit more.
That's what you call a complete player. A guy who can run it, catch it, probably can protect the passer when necessary, but his skills are best used when you get the ball in his hands.
And that's the thing. When you've got an athlete like that, you want to get the ball to him in multiple ways, right?
Without a doubt, because he often creates mismatches about who can cover him, whether he's coming out of the backfield or even lining up like a receiver.
And he returns this to the 22.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run over center with Mitchell. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. The Ravens had 10-3 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the 1st down.
And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Hey, Alpha, sit on! Sit on!
Now a 1st carry here for the running back. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Home already.
This 2nd and 4.
Alpha, sit on! Why not? Sit on!
Throwing is Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this 1st half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Sit on! Go. Sit on!
Here's Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. And these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one, so now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore. And Jackson throwing once more. And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
That's another Baltimore 1st down.
180!
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
180! Sit down.
They'll run with Mitchell. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have got it back to within a score. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some marksmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Man in motion left. That's Collins. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Throwing is McCarthy. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Owen. 180. To what? Hey, middle. Hey, motion.
To throw is Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell. He gets away from one. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here is 3rd and 5.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And on 3rd down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. Jackson.
Screenplay setting it up for Mitchell. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's Jackson to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now it's Jackson.
That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Colby Parkinson,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And they'll have a little bit of time to work with. 35 seconds until the break. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
Number 36. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Looking to throw McCarthy.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
At the Ravens' 48-yard line.
In motion goes the tight end. Operating from the gun, McCarthy.
He'll let this go deep for Collins.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go to the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit.
A 65-yard attempt.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they take a 17-14 lead. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this 3rd quarter. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Browns drive about to get started.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try to help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Second and a couple.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
McCarthy operating from the gun. There's a short one caught by Fannin.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Third down from the gun, McCarthy. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up second and 2.
Hey, report. Report. Yo. You ready to speed?
Looking to throw. Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Oh, and now some space to operate. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Colby Parkinson
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Ravens have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Browns 17.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
They'll look to throw here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
To the air again, McCarthy.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Back to throw again. And it is caught. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 33. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
74 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And the tight end goes in motion left. Operating from the gun. McCarthy. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
3rd and goal, McCarthy.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Browns have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw in the defense. They had no answer for that right there.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that gives them a 3-point lead.
Ravens 21. McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Jackson now. Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
You're looking there at the defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
In motion right, that's Collins. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle on that play by Quentin Williams.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They work now on 2nd and 9. Back to throw. McCarthy. Now they go screen. It's complete. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On the counter, Mitchell. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. Another run with Mitchell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now it's Jackson. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
So they'll try to move the ball closer here on 3rd down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now.
Quinshon Judkins, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns use the big play to extend their fourth-quarter lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
Second and 16 at the 29-yard line.
You changed it.
Jackson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Room past the 35. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
Quit, ready? Ready, top. To the right. Ready, shot.
Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, here's McCarthy. That's complete. It's Collins. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's McCarthy. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. The Browns on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To the air with McCarthy. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up fourth down. So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8-up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Here's 2nd down. Now Jackson. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete.
And while it's probably going to take a miracle at this stage, if they come down with this one in the end zone, they've still got a fighting chance. That one, however, winds up incomplete.
Jackson going to keep it. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Jackson going to keep it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Ravens 28.
So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he stopped immediately there.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Now a toss here, short side.
Another carry for the running back. Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to